Wrong track. No, go ahead.
Hey, good morning. You guys are watching Everyday Show. You know the deal. I'm Nadeska here with Star and DJ Akademiks. Thursday, Friday. Gentlemen, good morning.
My guy, man. Whoa, yo, Star, man. You charged this motherfucker. Nadeska.
What's up?
This nigga rearranged my seat. Are you charged today?
I'm charged.
Who the hell pissed you off?
I was streaming last night again, and I woke up, deleted the stream. What's that?
Are you an addict?
Addict? What type of addict?
Addict for anything. It could be whatever you're into.
No, I have no more vices in life. But no, I was streaming last night, and I woke up and I deleted the whole fucking stream.
Why?
Sucker shit. I woke up, I said, what the fuck did I say? Bam, out of here. Anyway, I'm good.
You ready? First topic?
Okay.
Charged.
This guy.
So on yesterday's show, we talked about Diddy posting that video saying he was worried that rap is being diluted because everyone sounds the same. Funk Flex took that and jumped all the way out the window. So he reposted the video and then said, basically, he decided to ask fans to call out whack rappers. He tagged a few people himself, including G-Eazy, Nicki Minaj. Yachty did respond saying, don't start with me, Flex. Did he really need to take it this far?
If you jump off the cliff, I'll back you up. I'll shit on Funkmaster Flex today if you go there.
Flex is a legend. I'm not gonna shit on Flex just because I understand why Flex has the mentality that he does. My only thing with Flex is that Flex, I love when you get on Instagram and you'll name him because we're in the era of niggas not naming shit. People just say there's whack rappers.
Right.
Say no names.
Right.
He dropped like 10 names. He said Nicki, which by the way.
Exactly. So right away, if you're gonna name Nicki Minaj, who's not a whack rapper, let's cut it out.
That might be a personal beef
exactly.
right there,
It sounds too personal.
Or maybe he really thinks Nicki's just whack now.
Okay.
But he named Nicki, G-Eazy, Lil Pump. He named Trippie Redd, Lil Yachty. He was going in. I understand his opinion. Again, you know Flex, a radio legend. He's from an era where, like, you can understand why he say most of these guys are garbage. My only thing is that he just got to also start telling them to their face when they come up to the station and start reading from a phone.
Bingo. I'll let you finish your point, but that's what he wants. It's bozo shit, and just so that I stay consistent with yesterday's energy about Diddy, let me say motherfuck Funkmaster Flex. Fuck him. That's bozo shit. Continue on. I'll come behind you.
So I like him giving his opinion. The only thing is that, like, man, a lot of these new artists, you know, they like you. And we saw Yachty come in the comment section. We saw Trippie come in the whole comment section, just saying, hey, listen, we ain't got no problem with you if you really believe we're whack or whatever. Hopefully we change your mind. But I'm not gonna lie, man. One of the staples in our culture is still freestyling on Flex. And honestly, and I think even this about Sway too. We like every time I watch somebody like freestyle some whack shit, they gassing the shit out of it. They should tell that person, like, if we really gonna get on Instagram and call them out, bro, that shit was whack. You gotta tell them right there. Don't hop on Instagram later. So it's a new generation. Flex is a staple in the culture. I understand why he's calling these people trash because he's not into that bullshit. He might play their music.
Explain the Nicki Minaj shout out.
Well, Nicki and Hot 97 has a whole other history that I don't want to get into. Nicki been having Hot 97 bend over backward and stick their thumb in their butts for like years. Like, yo, do this at Summer Jam. If you don't do this, I won't give you an interview. If you don't do this, I won't perform. If you don't do this, I'll never show up. So that's just politics, and probably it has affected Flex because he's been probably maybe on the other side of critiquing her, and the top artists don't like to be critiqued. And if they could tell a media outlet like, your guy at nights is killing me, if you don't get him to shut the fuck up, I'll never give you guys an interview, they're gonna bend.
Yeah.
So of course, like, now that relationship is probably done.
And I understand that, it happens, like, it's cool that if they don't get along, but then to name whack rappers, you're talking about the culture, you're talking about lyrics, and then to throw in someone who is respected and we know that she can rap.
I gotta jump in. Yesterday I bigged him up. Today I can be totally objective. I may need to dip into my Hot 97 history, but I don't want to make this about me. Funkmaster Flex is a master showman. He keeps the lights on at Hot 97. The morning show has always been in the toilet for a lot of years. Overall, I think it's like in 18th or 19th place. The station itself is a non-factor. In the #1 market, Flex is not syndicated. That's how you make, hang on.
They're trying to get popping digitally.
What's that?
I've seen. They're trying to get popping digitally.
They're trying, and they were also one of the last.
I've seen them mention.
They were also one of the last stations to stream live. Nobody on that station is syndicated. That's why I left. It's a private company. They don't allow you to syndicate. He does what he does. He's great at it. It's all smoke and mirrors. He wants to say shit like this so that they will come on his show so that he can keep the ratings going. Yes, he's an older guy. People, yo, Flex needs to be out of here. He's going nowhere. He keeps the lights on at that station. He's a master showman. I mean, I can say big up to him, but at the same time...
I don't even shit on. You're giving him a big up because he's keeping the lights on.
I can say fuck him too because I see through the bullshit, but I'm not a player hater. We've had a respectful relationship, but I'm here to talk the real shit. He says that type of hoe-ass shit. He doesn't believe it. He fucks with the younger generation. He's got niggas up on his freestyle segment, freestyling off of phones. If he didn't fuck with the younger generation, he wouldn't let niggas do that freestyle shit off their phones.
I believe that's the point. I believe that's the point there. And also, I believe Yachty, if Yachty said, hey, I want to come up to your show, he would come up there and I'm pretty sure they would be very cordial. They'd be like, yo, listen, I was misunderstood and all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, Flex does represent something in the culture of people who hold shit to a standard. Now, is it because there is a conflict of interest? Because yeah, I'm a real hip hop fan and I'm from this era, but I ain't gonna lie, I do need these ratings. And truth be told,
that's all it's about.
And truth be told, if you come on my show, right? If you come on my show,
come on the show so we can work it all out. And I gotta say this. The reason why he says this shit on Instagram is because his show is not syndicated. Nobody in West Bubblefuck or the Midwest or Chirac or LA can hear Funkmaster Flex live by way of syndication. If you stream him on live, stream him on the internet, okay. So yes, he says it on Instagram because he wants a reaction, and I'm not mad at him, but I'm just saying that's what it is. That's why he does what he does.
Yeah, again, Flex is a legend. I really don't have anything bad to say, other than I understand his opinion and why he's doing it on Instagram.
Stop talking that legend shit. Who gives a
nigga,
fuck about what nigga did yesterday? What's that?
You said he was a legend.
And fuck yesterday. Come on, let's go there today, man.
Yo.
Let me hear you say fuck Funkmaster Flex.
I will not. Listen, I have respect for people who are legends. However, I will say that radio is such an antiquated platform at this point. All the people I see on radio that aren't doing well, and I'm not even saying Flex. I'm talking about other people.
Oh, he's doing well.
Yeah,
That's why he does what he does.
But other people who need to do a little bit better, it's constant reaching. It's constant reaching to the point that I'm like, come on, man. You look like that stretch nigga from like the Fantastic.
You have to be very careful with Hot 97. They call police. They take you to court.
You had a very colored history.
Listen, they're so mad with me. If you go to Hot 97 on Wikipedia, there's no mention of my name.
I don't know should we tear down a whole brand right now? We were talking about Flex. Like, let's not disrespect an entire.
We're talking about the mechanics of why this man in the #1 market is saying what he's saying. I think it's very important for the babies to know. I mean, it's like, it's smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, I mean, again, also, if I was, and I'm not age shaming at all, but if I was him in his age bracket, I meant what I meant to the culture like he does on the radio, it would be weird. Wouldn't it be weird if Flex was on the radio like, Trippie Redd is the best? I'm dropping 1,000 bombs. It would look very weird. Yeah. He has to shit on him. That's everyone's place in the culture. You could tell what someone's, and again, if Trippie Redd came to him and said, yo, I want to do a 5-borough tour with you as a DJ. Let's get it popping. We're selling out these 5,000 people venue. You think Flex is going to be like, you're whack? No, we ain't doing
exactly is my point. So how do you respect it then?
Flex also has to go even harder.
It's business.
He even has to go harder in the paint now because MS Communications sold the station they had in LA. I forget the name of it, the one that Big Boy used to be on. So Hot 97 is the franchise station. So that's why he's saying what he says. He's a great guy. Truth be told, he should be program director of the goddamn station. That's how smart he is.
Yeah, well, Flex is one of the niggas. I agree with you. He's kept the lights on. Anytime, for the majority of the time, we've talked about Hot 97 throughout the years, whether it's him going on the classic, like, yo, Hove texts me, this is Hove in all caps. Right. Flex is a legend. I know some of the newer people who aren't into radio at all. Like radio seems like some like what the fuck? That's like cassette tape. Flex is someone who just always brought the fuckery, as you would say. You know what I mean?
He was crying about Tupac and Biggie last year.
Oh yeah. Flex the legend. Flex the legend.
He deserves an Oscar.
Flex is a legend. Flex is a legend.
Let's go there.
All right, time for some new music. Future is back. First solo song in a minute. This one is called ICWNT. Let's listen.
Crazy top, I done damn near rich. Off that whole link, I got a little bit of flicks. I damn near was obsessed. All that is a bougie freak. See, did it bitch from Laguna Beach. Pussy good and her throat deep. Suck so long, made her nose.
Instant hit or not?
It's just fire, just off the title. I don't give a fuck about no thought. It's Future. Let me tell you, this is the thing. I know we live in the age of super sensitivity. Listen, we don't like misogynistic shit.
Is that how you're gonna describe it? Super sensitivity academics? Never
Yes.
mind. Just continue.
No. I'm gonna say yes because hip hop in the 80s, 90s, and even up to when fucking Nelly was swiping credit cards through chicks like fucking ass crack.
Church.
Everybody was super cool, and it was seemed as you feel me?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, some people didn't like it, but now like people don't even like for example, we saw Offset had to apologize, and of course, it's not like he had to apologize for saying the word queer.
Yeah, right.
You get me? He used it a little bit wrong, right? Or used it in a way that might be offensive. So to still see Future just on that bullshit to basically say, what are y'all talking about? They don't give a fuck about no thought. It reminds me of Future just being him. I like it. Future's greatest line to me, and just to put it in perspective, number one, I love Future for melodies. His songs are great, his hooks are great. But his best line ever to me is, I'm gonna put my thumb in her butt. That's it. You feel me? He's not like he's not coming up with these complex rhyme schemes, these triple entendres. Don't even ask me. Nah, he's not into that bullshit. He's telling you exactly what he's into. He'll get one little thing and he'll say it 1,000,000 times. You know what I mean? Fuck up them comments, he'll say it 2,000 times. It's a hit. He's just an evolved version of like a Lil Pump with melody.
Oh, come
Do you
on.
not? All right.
How do you put Lil Pump's name in with Future? I was here with you up until that point. What the fuck?
No, what I'm saying is that he's not saying shit that has like a super deep message. The name of the song is the message. I don't give a fuck about no thought.
It's how you say it. Can I jump in?
Go ahead.
I give a fuck about Future.
You give a fuck about the thoughts?
I give a fuck about Future. I like his music. I don't know every track, every fucking title that he's done. I'm glad that he worked out his issues with Rocco, or at least I think they did.
Rocco just got paid.
Okay, there you go. Future crosses boundaries. A lot of people fuck with him. I think a lot of people are glad that he's putting something back into the marketplace. Michael Phelps, gold medalist from the Olympics, really big Future up. It was back at the Rio Olympics or something like that. I think it's a nice appetizer for what's to come. I think a lot of people are anticipating. I love the hook. I just, I fucks with Future.
Yeah, again, we try to act like we don't like ignorant and ratchet music, but that's all Future give us. You know what I mean? That's it. Like, listen to all Future hooks, and you will be saying a different story. Like that hook he gave for, he says,
is he in your top 5 best rappers?
Fuck no. Like Future is my guy, but when I'm thinking about rappers, I'm thinking about bars.
Okay.
So we gotta stop saying rappers. The top 5 turn up niggas? Yes.
Okay.
Of course. You know what I mean? Set the mood type, you know what I mean? I got 10.
Didn't Lonzo Ball have him in his top 5? I don't go back, but I just...
I think he was, yeah. He was.
Lonzo Ball be with a host, so
Right.
he ain't playing basketball. He gotta be doing something.
Welcome back, Future.
All right, so let's talk about Waka. Yesterday, he got into it with the VP of Datpiff. He accused them of basically making millions off of artists without paying them well. So this started when KP tweeted him, Waka, signing away all your mixtapes just for a quick bag. That's because Waka had moved all his tapes to SoundCloud, and they went a whole back and forth. He said, waited my whole career to figure out how to get paid without signing to 10 people. Just accused them of being culture vultures. Would you guys agree?
I'll take it first. I love Waka Flocka. I do believe he's super progressive. I believe he's an artist who has gotten fucked, who has learned a lot, who is now about his business. But I will say about the mixtape sites and mixtape game, most of those websites now, they aren't as popular as they were before. Apple Music, the Spotify's, they took shit over by telling artists, if you're dropping a whole fucking tape that's original music on Datpiff, come over here and see the real bag, okay? And they can't keep up with us because we're Apple and Spotify. But I will say, while trying to shit on Datpiff and sites like that to say, yo, y'all made a hell of money off us, you have to look at the label. And we could go way back from when the label actually like arrested DJ Drama for him like selling mixtapes.
Right.
And then we could even update it to like places like Datpiff that existed. Basically, the labels kind of always saw mixtapes as like almost, it's promotion. We're not really with it, but we're not sending the feds for you all the time. So it really was for quote unquote promotional use only. Have Datpiff and all these other sites made millions off of them? Yes. And that's the reason why when they were getting like boxed out of the paint, they try to pay people like, yo, you got a mixtape to drop, we'll give you 50,000, please drop it here. Again, they just can't compete anymore. I think Waka doesn't realize the benefit of those sites before he critiques them while they're like basically on the downside.
I have to say salute to KP and everybody at Datpiff. They've been great to me. They streamed my show back before streaming even became popular. And I have to say to Waka Flocka Flame, don't hate the player, hate the game. If you're just now figuring out how to do something, that's fine. But don't start shitting on people that did put in a lot of fucking hard work, who did try to adjust the margins and figure out ways so that people could benefit. A lot of people have benefited off of Datpiff. Datpiff also showed people a great business model. And I take issue with Waka Flocka and other people who, after years and years and years, then they want to start trying to do something that they should have done when they came out the gate. This goes back to the early pioneers of hip hop who used to bitch and complain about the Source magazine. Well, why didn't you start your own fucking Source magazine? And I can talk about KRS-One and a host of others who always gripe. Same thing, just griped and complained. Well, where's your fucking
So now
magazine?
Waka's actually saying that he's going to have his own streaming service where he'll pay artists for mixtape, but is that really viable in this climate?
It sounds great, but honestly, just fucking do it. Don't sound bitter and announce to us as if we're supposed to say, yeah, Waka, let's go, let's get down with you. No, nigga, show us the model. Show us the model or get the fuck out the way.
Yeah, I agree with you in some sense. You're a little vulgar with what you say. But, you see, Waka is someone who went in Atlantic Records, and I've talked to Waka, like he came to the show, and like Waka said, man, I went in with good intentions. I'm thinking everybody's on the up and up. Till I realized I dropped a hit record and I didn't see a fucking dime, and I realized I was getting raped in my contract. So now, when you have been so taken advantage of, he's looking back at everything. Waka's one of those artists that probably like, he's been so fucked up by the industry, it's hard to do a deal with him because he's probably determined to never get finessed again. So he's looking at these mixtape sites, he sees them going down, he's fucking celebrating in their demise. Any other thing that comes up, he's thinking like, never again will I ever get taken advantage of. So
I don't know his personal business dealings. I don't want to put that out there that he's bitter or angry. I just want to say, don't hate the player.
He was trying to get off Atlantic for a couple of years, and he finally got off.
Yeah. But again, I don't want to take shots at his understanding of what it is that he's trying to do. But in terms of, Datpiff and what it is that he's claiming to do. I saw the tweet, yesterday on Twitter. I wish him the best, but a lot of times you have to just show people the model. You can't talk about it. You can't announce it and think people are just gonna, just join your fucking wave.
Yeah. Also, this probably wouldn't have gotten to this level if it didn't happen on Twitter, right?
And by the way, I'm not also blaming like Datpiff, like, yo, y'all are scums or whatever. And like, we really throw this culture vulture thing around so frequently. Listen, this is entertainment. Niggas is gonna make money off of you with or without your consent. Whether it's the fucking media, it's a mixtape site, whether it's a nigga who fucking hustling clothing, whether it's a nigga who heard you say something in a song that they could popularize and make cool. The Migos made up the dab shit, seemingly, or got it popular, and then 2 Chainz made $5 million off some fucking like Christmas sweaters.
Right.
So again, people will always make money off of this is rap. That's just what it is. Yeah. So you can't call everybody who makes money off of you but don't share it as a culture vulture. You just gotta understand everybody's role. Okay, and for the people at Datpiff, they had their run, they did their thing, they're still doing their thing. And I don't think they're culture vultures at all. I think if anything, they help the culture. Now, if we were to update their business model, I'm pretty sure they would probably look at people like Meek Mill. They would look at Waka Flocka. They would look at Lil Wayne and others who have been staples of that particular site. Because when Wayne used to drop something, when a Dream Chaser mixtape used to come out, or even when Waka used to drop something, their site was shut down, right? They would get all the traction. They probably made a lot of money. But as an artist at that time, and again, to your point, you weren't mad at it then. Like, you were like, yo, I got 1 million downloads. You didn't think that nigga ran 1 million ads on the 1 million downloads you got. You didn't think about that person who wanted to download your shit so quickly paid like $5.99 just that they could get the no wait in line type of shit.
And if I can also just add this with regards to Datpiff and your business model, you know, people don't take into consideration how many notifications you get, how many cease and desist letters you get, how many fucking streams you have to take down, and especially a site like Datpiff that has had to deal with, you know, copyright, trademark infringement over the fucking years. They've lost a shitload of money. So it's not like they were just sitting back, you know, just raking in all this fucking money. They had to spend money for legal fees. Every time somebody submits a CD cover and you're using people's images, that by today's standards, that's a fucking infringement. And sometimes you have these new way of these lawyers who have a new way of doing business. They just hit you with a fucking demand. It's not even a cease and desist. They say, hey, you've streamed X amount of fucking views and streams, and you've used an image that you do not own the copyright to. Send us 10 racks, or else we're gonna fucking sue you.
And again, we have to salute Datpiff because, again, they, even though, and I understand why Waka's going at them, but let's just be clear in terms of they made the people who never dreamed about putting out an album. Remember, there was an album, then there was mixtapes. They turned the mixtapes into such a viable market that people were checking those out in more numbers than people would check out the album till the labels smartened up and the streaming services, other ones, Apple and Spotify, said, fuck it. If it's all original music, bring it here. Yeah. We'll call them projects. They're the reason why that exists. Or else we would be still saying, oh, so-and-so still dropped his new mixtape. Now we just say project.
All right.
So again, I'm not gonna call it a culture vulture shit when somebody has helped the culture.
Okay.
Can I put some sucker shit on the table? And you can edit this out if you like. I haven't dated a woman over 30 years of age in about 17 years. I tried to holler at Waka Flocka's mom. I say this respectfully, Waka Flocka, respectfully.
Waka gonna kill
No, and she curved.
Yo, rest in peace and stuff.
Hang on. She curved the shit out of me, but
Deborah Andy?
Yeah, I find her
beautiful businesswoman is also Waka's mom?
I'm attracted to her. I had her on the phone, and she entertained me for about 3 minutes, and she cut me short.
She probably realized you're not about that money with her. You're probably on some other shit.
I want to be respectful to Waka Flocka, but I was trying to holler at her. That's all I'll say.
She gave you 3 minutes, though.
She gave me 3 minutes.
She's a busy woman.
I'll be back in ATL next month if we can still have that coffee.
Waka, I got nothing to do with this nigga, man.
I said respectfully, my nigga.
I don't know if there's any respectful way to holler at my moms. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there. Leave my moms
I'm
alone.
going there today. Let's go.
All right, so up next we got our guy Joey Badass talking to Montreality, telling them that he thought that rap was in a critical condition before Kendrick came along. Let's take a look.
We was really in a critical condition, you know what I'm saying? But to me, it's just funny because, like I said, I've been a fan. I've been following since 15. So I'm like almost like one of those fans that's like fickle, like, now the whole world want to get up on him and ride his wave. Like, y'all niggas is late. Like, now everybody's a Kendrick Lamar fan. Like, oh, wow. Like, y'all niggas are just bandwagoners, you know what I'm saying?
Joey, you guys agree with him?
He actually said something similar to this a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about Joey Badass's comments regarding Post Malone or something like that, I forget. So he's very outspoken now, and I appreciate what he says because he has a very, very good understanding of the culture, as you say, or the genre, or the art form. I take him serious. He's traveled, he's put in a lot of work in terms of an independent artist. I think he has not only the right to say what he says, but he has a very, very good linear focus about where this thing is at and where it could be going.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with him. But also, I do think when you just say that, though, and this was definitely a headline, and salute to Montreality, they do a good job of just kind of getting more in-depth conversations more than just like, yo, hey, this guy slapped this guy. What do you think, right? And I'm trying to remember when Kendrick really came in. We saw with the West Coast, like The Game and Snoop, they passed him the quote-unquote throne. Was The Game in a place, he said critical condition, where like, if it wasn't for Kendrick, like this shit might have died. And I'm wondering, is it because of the lyricism? And this is, again, I'm just throwing out questions, and I know he always expounds on shit.
Right.
Shit, I would like for him to come up here and we could talk about it.
Right.
Is it because you thought there wasn't enough lyricism, storytelling, both things which Kendrick are really good at, or also meaningful music? Kendrick makes a lot of music that has really transcended just it being hip hop. It's actually went into movements and social movements within the society. So
Who would you say passed the torch to Kendrick? I'm curious to know who you would think.
Game.
Really?
Yeah. Yo, who else would be on the West Coast that would have?
Really?
You don't think it was Game?
No.
Oh, you
And I can take all this sucker shit off the table that never happened between he and I. We never spoke, never had a conversation. I can take all that off the table. Game?
Who do you think had his throne?
Had lyrics? Game had rhyme quotables?
Stop. Star.
Game?
Stop.
Look me in my
Yo,
face. Are you serious?
Hey, if y'all on YouTube don't flame this, Game never had no
Game?
bars. He didn't have quotables. Game's one of my favorite rappers.
Are you on Game's dick or are you serious right now?
I'm super serious.
Give me a Game rhyme quotable right now.
Come on, there's a lot of rappers.
No, give me a Game. You put me on the spot about my top 5. Give me a Game rhyme quotable.
Okay, I don't have a quotable.
Oh, get the fuck outta here.
Fuck a quotable when I could give you a whole discography that you could go listen to. Go listen to Doctor's Advocate.
I know his music. He's not the guy that passed the torch to Kendrick Lamar. I'm
who would you
sorry.
say
You can't even give me a Kendrick Lamar
I don't
quotable.
know, but it's not
Yo,
Game.
Trying to judge this conversation of quotables, you probably can't give me a Jay-Z quotable that you'd be like, oh, that tells me that Jay's
Now
the guy.
Starv is mad I won't grant him an interview because he dissed me. Yada, 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 yada.
Nah, that doesn't count.
That's just a diss.
Cut
That's
it
a
out,
mention
Star.
of you. What I'm saying is, listen, if we want to go down Game's discography.
No, please don't. Please let's not do that.
When the West Coast was a little absent on the scene, the
man.
Game came in and he held it down.
Game ran around with a big ass NWA tattoo.
Okay.
You're perpetrating a fraud.
No, he was repping his
I'm being
coast. He
objective.
was
This is
repping
not
his
no
fucking
sucker
coast.
shit coming at him.
Yo.
Get the fuck out of
The
here.
documentary, that's not no classic. If you say no, you're a fucking liar, Star. The documentary not no classic?
Passing the torch, though, to Kendrick.
Oh, okay, so who else would have the torch?
I'm asking you.
I'm telling you, the guy who dropped like 3 classics ever since he came
Jesus
out from
Christ.
2005 held it down all the way to like 2010, 2011. The nigga who did it was Game. He says, Kendrick, now it's your turn because he saw the vision. Actually, I could tell.
I got this nigga out his seat.
You know why? Because the Game is so respected in my mind. I can't believe you would fucking doubt it.
Get the
How the fuck would you ever say
out
he's
of here.
The
Objectively
Game?
speaking, Game is not the guy.
Game is
All
not
right,
the
one
guy.
second.
Game is
Are you arguing that just that he did not pass the torch to Kendrick, or are you just trying to shit on his music?
I just said, objectively speaking.
Yes.
Listening to everything he's done. I pay
Yes.
attention. Let's get that clear here today again.
I'm just saying, relax.
He's
Please don't
not
get
the
defensive.
guy.
I'm saying you guys. I don't want you to argue in
not the
circles,
guy.
right? So you're just saying he didn't pass the torch. That's it. Period.
This
That's
is
what I'm
last
saying.
But you're not talking about his discography, because that's what he's arguing now.
He's put the work in. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Okay.
But he's not the guy.
All right. So you respect his music. He's just not the guy who passed the torch.
Okay. You got to remember, the West Coast is his own entity. The West Coast is the when you.
I rode with the West during the fucking feud between Bad Boy and Death Row. I rode with the West.
Okay, but
so
you
don't
know,
try to educate me on the West.
No. I'm just mentioning. When you get off the plane at LAX, you hear music in the West that you don't hear nowhere else because they rock with the West Coast. So I say that to say there's always someone who has quote unquote the throne or is the king.
Of course.
Right? So are you saying from 2005 until Kendrick took the reins, quote unquote, you're saying that the Game wasn't the guy? If he wasn't the guy, who the fuck was the guy?
I don't know, but it wasn't him.
Well, what do you mean it wasn't him? He's the only guy. He was the only guy really moving units out there. He was definitely repping the West Coast more than anything. Still with a gangbang and shit.
Objectively speaking, there was a lot of hype on Game. I don't think he ever delivered. I don't think he delivered.
Have you ever heard Jesus Piece? Even if we're talking recent projects, you're not saying he never delivered, right?
No. I think I might know what he's talking about. You might think.
Oh, now he knows what I'm talking about.
No, because I keep up with conversation. I don't say dumb shit.
Come on.
So he didn't deliver in terms of, a lot of people, when I heard his first couple singles, everyone said, yo, he could be the guy making these mega hits.
Yeah, right.
Turns out he's not that good at hooks. And I could say that that's objective. But he's a great fucking rapper, phenomenal.
Okay, I'll let you have your opinion, and I've got mine. I take the emotion out. I got you about your fucking chair. First time.
No, of course.
That's a milestone today.
Because I can't believe you would say that Game, all right, fuck the crown shit, but you're almost saying that this guy wasn't the man for a while.
I didn't have to shit on him. Again, I don't think he was the one. That's all.
I mean, the concert they did have where they quote unquote passed the throne, the Game was a part of it. We saw.
Congratulations.
So hypothetically, or not even hypothetically, theoretically, what happened is that the Game, along with the backing of Snoop and others, the OGs, they passed the throne.
Right.
And Kendrick admitted, Game passed the throne. You're not admitting it. I think it's because the Game want to whip your ass, man.
Game and I never had a conversation. All that was bullshit. Again, I can take all that off the table. Ain't nobody whooping this ass, believe me. Nobody. We're just talking about the music. We're talking about the art form, the culture, the genre. I just don't believe he was the one. I don't have to shit on the guy to say that I don't find him to be the front runner. That's all. We have our opinions, and that's it.
Okay. We could agree to disagree.
All right, good job, you guys. All right, Argos.
That's a debate.
Yeah, it's a debate. All right, so this year SZA was nominated for 5 Grammys. She didn't take any of them home, and a lot of her fans were very disappointed, especially that she did not win Best New Artist. She's speaking about it for the first time in a GQ interview, saying, look, I was honored to be nominated, but she doesn't want to get caught up in the accolades. She says, we're changing little girls' lives across the world, and we didn't even know what we were doing when we started. This is something much bigger than me and a trophy. I'm appreciative of the opportunity. What do you guys think of her response to this?
I love to see a bitter bitch.
You read bitterness in this?
She's bitter, yeah.
Did we just read the same quote, or?
Talking about SZA, one no smoke.
We're talking about SZA.
Yeah, we are.
She's bitter. She didn't win a Grammy. It's still lingering.
Okay, Star, where do you read bitterness in this?
Hang on. It's still lingering on. I said during her Grammy performance that she looked depressed when she walked off after she finished singing. She's talking about some movement. What is it? What with little girls? What was that? That's what confused me. What?
She says
changing what?
She's saying her impact is bigger than getting a trophy, Star.
Changing little girls' lives? How? I must have missed that one. She's a good singer. This is her time. But if we're talking about artists that as time goes on, they have material, content, personal trials and tribulations that make their music even better, I don't want to see her just win awards out the fucking gate. Slow down. Take it easy. Everybody today wants to jump up in a motherfucking a brand new car fast.
GQ asked her the question. A lot of people jump out and be like, I got snubbed. The Grammys play me. She never did that. She's been gracious. And now she's saying, like, look, I was honored. Sucks that I didn't win, but my movement is bigger. I'm confused about what you're reading into this right now.
I know she was here with you guys as a guest.
That's besides the point.
I only saw part of that. But again, I like to see artists that have something to sing about. Mary J. Blige, case in point.
You listened to her album? You listened to Control?
Yes. Let me finish my point here. Mary J. Blige. Her best material is when she's going through heartbreak and heartache. She was married to Ken Do for about a decade. She was putting out bombs and flops.
I know. So did you listen to Control? Did you hear the content in the songs?
I said yes 3 times. I don't know why this is.
I'm just trying to understand your point.
You think you're pressing somebody who doesn't pay attention. I listened intensely. I watched her at the Grammys. She's bitter, and I'm saying I like to see her bitter. That's not a crime.
Again, I didn't really see bitterness here. I think she did what, and maybe it could be misconstrued as bitterness because we all know how to read through coded. Like just bullshit, right? Like, so when an artist says, fine, I won no fucking awards, but I did it for the kids love me.
Right.
We know what it is, right? It's just like when Big Sean says, I think I just need to fucking go like make some more music, fuck the tour, I just got like a new song in my head. We know what it is. So perhaps this could be taken as that. I mean, I read the whole interview and The interesting thing with SZA is always like some self-doubt she has, and I don't know if that's still continuing now on. So I'm bypassing this and looking to the broader context.
Okay.
SZA feels like, and just watching her interviews, like obviously other than what we've done with her, it felt like she's always doubted herself. To see her even express doubt about the project that she just dropped, which, god damn, I told y'all, it is every chick I run into play her music. They love it religiously, and she's that chick.
She connects to the young female audience. Bingo.
Yeah.
Bingo.
However, she still has that self-doubt, and I'm hoping to see that growth, not on a way of like, yo, I'm arrogant, like my music is a shit, but she's still in that innocent place of saying, I don't know what if I'm doing is good enough.
Right.
So she wasn't on some shit, I should have won. She was like, you know what? I'm humbled by the fact that my music is affecting like people. And again, that might be the coded bullshit because we got to read beyond it. No one just says, I'm salty as fuck. When I see them Grammy motherfuckers, I'm slapping Earth, Wind, and Fire out of them. They should have gave it to me. They're going to say, I appreciated even being in the conversation.
Yeah, and that's what she said. She said, I appreciated being nominated or something to that effect. And I want to see her continue on. I like her as a young artist. And I'm going to go back for a second. Fuck it. You know, when Keisha Cole came out the gate, I listened to her debut CD intensely. She came on my show, and the conversation for a half an hour was about, hey, baby girl, you've been through some shit. Niggas have left you on the side of the road, haven't they? And she said, yeah. She was singing about, you know, her fucking...
trials and tribulations.
Trials and tribulations.
I'm saying you don't hear that in this project. That's why I'm confused.
I do hear it. I'm giving her the credit of being an artiste. What I'm saying is I don't want to see her get awards so fast. I want to see some more pain. I want to see some more trials and tribulations.
Yeah, I think for me, it's like just her mental state. I believe that SZA is going to be a phenomenal artist. If she continues to produce like this, I think for her is drowning out the noise and also owning her craft, but not being arrogant.
I hope she stays depressed, but go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if it's depression, but sometimes it feels like I call it doubt. As an artist, there's a lot of people, when they put out some shit, it could be garbage.
Right.
They stand on, that shit is fire. Shit, I put out a mumble rap tape, that shit fire. There's no, you can't even tell me it's trash. But that's part of being an artist.
Yeah.
When you see an artist put out a body of work that people just, like, universally, like, say that's phenomenal, and that artist is not saying, yeah, I did that. I did that. I knew it was hot.
Paint the picture so I can connect to what it is that you're saying so that I can feel what you're saying. If you got a bunch of fucking Grammys, you're off to that whole fugazi level, and then you're going to be out of touch.
SZA's next album should be amazing. I think her impact should be even more. Everything, and I know we're talking about her comments that was really in response to her Grammy snub. I think next project is where she gets all of that. And,
I agree.
And that's the important part for me because she's gonna get Grammys. Let's be clear, she's gonna get Grammys. It's how does that change her? Like honestly, SZA, I do believe SZA you have to sit with. You have to kind of analyze her. She's not someone who just readily just like fucking pops off and just like talks a bunch of shit. She's very temperamental.
Yeah, I agree.
Today's Grade the Bars, Tory Lanez on Sway in the Morning. Let's check it out.
My Glock crazy, fiends on my block brazy. A lot of niggas sending shots that cannot faze me. Cops moving, niggas shooting at the ops daily. My mama died, but my pop raised me. The block made me tuck grips and serve rocks daily. I started scamming, had my bitches doing drops crazy. Listen, I got a vision of an all-white Wraith with the inside interior seat color of hot gravy. Have it looking like a dinner when I'm driving. My grip like my dick, it get bigger when I slide in. 45th skipping like flip on the gliding.
Sway was definitely feeling this one. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Jay Chris could definitely take like a pointer or two. By the way, this again was not like some off the top. It was written. But you see how that nigga owned it?
Yeah.
He ain't say, hold up, let me go to my notes, wait, slow the beat down.
Right.
He owned it. This is a nigga from Toronto, okay? He from Toronto.
Yeah.
Tory Lanez has been hungry as a motherfucker. He's been waiting for this time. He has an album coming out. He's still in the mode, and I like when artists are in that mode, where they feel they still got something to prove. They feel
right.
like they haven't made it yet. They feel like niggas is still looking at them like, why the fuck you? You get me?
Yeah.
And he's been operating like that. This album, there was critiques about his last album. Of course, he had these singles that people fuck with, but there's critiques about the album saying, hey, it sounds like this, or like, hey, too many skits, too many that. He says he's coming for it. I've talked to him personally. He says, fuck that. He said, I'm dropping some shit. He's gonna change the game. I do like this freestyle, but I'm waiting for this album. If a nigga don't put out some shit that when I listen to it, it fucking makes me feel a certain type of way, we gonna have to roast Tory Lanez too, okay? That's how it is. When a nigga calls my phone and says, yo, my shit is fire. And I'm like, I never heard it, but god damn, don't give me the sell.
Yeah.
When you tell me all that,
Let me hear
if
it.
it's not fire, I gotta roast you. Now I can't be like, yeah, you said it was fire, but it was kind of it was just kind of like, you know what I mean, just lukewarm. Fuck that. Man. So he's promised a lot of shit. The Drake chip is off his shoulders, so he's not taking a bunch of shots at Drake.
Right.
Which I think Drake did a great job at that, because sometimes you see when you're in a powerful position, you want to neutralize your enemies.
Yeah.
Not go at them. You want to neutralize them that they have no reason to go at
reach
you.
out and touch them.
Yeah, be like, listen, Tory, we straight. Even if you got some problem with me, it's all good.
Right.
Now you can't diss that nigga no more. People do love beef. People do love that controversy. Good rapper though.
I was very impressed by this. I've known him to be a singer. I mean, and when I watched this and then I started, doing a little research, he did a freestyle on Funkmaster Flex. I think it was 2016 or 15. I forget the exact year. I didn't know he could execute like that. And as you said, it wasn't a freestyle. It was written okay. I didn't know, but he executed it well. He wasn't sitting there with the fucking phone, trying to read this shit. I'm impressed. And salute to Sway. I don't think we give Sway enough credit. And I'm talking about the art form and the genre in terms of having people come through his show freestyling, and then he doesn't go then and do the shit that Flex does and shit on the genre. Sway lets everybody come through, do their thing, whether they're fugazi or not.
He kind of lets the fans speak. He say, you guys
He
speak,
lets the fans speak.
It is what it is.
Yes, Sway is one of the greatest to ever do what he does. He and I go back to, early 90s. Great guy.
All right, so for this last topic, can't wait to hear what Akademiks has to say, although I'm pretty sure I already know. So 21 Savage, one of his managers was on Twitter, and he said 21 Savage no longer wears jewelry. He's buying houses, investing in businesses, cryptocurrencies, and youth startups. It's what he want to make cool for young rappers to do. Ak's already rolling his eyes. Take it away.
I did not roll my eyes. I just want to start to jump in first here, and I'm hoping you're charged, because I have an interesting take on it.
Okay.
We're not even interested. I just think it's the obvious take. What did you think about that?
21 Savage, nigga, kill yourself. We ain't trying to hear all that, intelligent shit right now. We want to hear some bullshit. I want to see the fuckery. I want to see you with a slave chain. I want to see you getting down for the get down with niggas. And salute to Amber Rose. She actually is pimping him out.
I ain't gonna lie. That nigga did say in one interview, he says, I gotta love my baby. She got me to start drinking water.
Yeah, him and Amber Rose, I think they were buying matching watches and some old crazy shit. They were dressing alike, Seasoned coochie got this nigga thinking crazy right now.
I will just say this. I know a lot of people believe that, this audience just kind of buys whatever people sell. They don't. I just want to let y'all know that. There's a lot of people who say, well, if you give them the real hip hop or you give them the this, that, and the third. No, they don't want it. They want the bullshit.
Yeah.
They want to see 10,000 chains on Instagram. They want to see Takeoff with a fucking NASA fucking space alien chain.
Church.
They don't want crypto. If 21 Savage put out a bunch of videos of him giving cryptocurrency advice, and by the way, that's great.
What?
Like, it's true. That's what it said in the tweet. Be like, yo, guys. Bitcoin is up today.
Yeah.
This is what we're gonna get.
Wait, is that what he was saying?
That's what was
where
part
he's
of the tweet.
That's where he's
it
headed.
said that no more jewelry, no more bullshit, no more
Yo,
shit that
21, I'm with
entertain-
you. I'm with you.
Uh-oh, speak up, come on.
I'm with you if I'm watching a fucking financial show. Hip hop is all about the gimmicks, who got the best chain, who is the most gangster.
Right.
You rapped about what gun? I Googled it. Oh my God, that's what you got.
Yeah, I want to see the chopper, nigga.
I don't want to, again, when I say I don't want to, I'm speaking for the mass majority of the audience. And there's going to be people that says, oh no, that's not the case because you're like that. If you don't think that's the case, it'll guarantee when 21 Savage puts out his next album, he ain't rapping about I be spending bitcoins. Fuck that. I be spending drug money.
Game over.
I'm clapping niggas.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah,
That's what it is. So again, do I believe? And by the way, we understand entertainment and reality, but I guarantee that that might be his reality, where he's very focused into investments, into not doing dumb shits. But to keep up the image as a rapper, you have to do it.
Right.
You have to show the chain off. I could tell when a rapper's falling off. There's hella niggas who were popping like 3 years ago, and they haven't shown off a chain in years. You know why? Money slowed up.
The hate and miss is nothing. I saw Lil Uzi Vert stunt with his Marilyn Manson chain. Did you see that one?
Of course.
Yeah.
So,
I can't respect no female as a pimp, but I have to say salute to Amber Rose. She has turned this nigga out. She turned this nigga out. Yeah. He's finished. I'm calling it. He's finished.
Nah, man. No, yo, I do believe she's trying to...
Unless he turns it around and stops all this weirdo shit, game over.
Well, let's be honest. Again, and this is my only point. 21 Savage. Again, really, and I'm going to use your term, respectfully.
Uh-oh.
You have a fucking knife in the middle of your forehead. You look like you're a killer. I don't want to hear crypto advice from you, bro.
Right.
I don't want to hear real estate advice from you. I don't want to hear IRA advice from you.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear 401k advice.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you even know what those things are. 401k.
I only want to hear how you're running down on the ops, how you killed 30 niggas, how niggas don't want it with you.
Yeah.
All that internet shit, when I see you, I'm slapping you with a... Yo, I listen to these artists
Monkey
for a reason.
shit.
You call it
Monkey shit.
If Chief Keef tomorrow start rapping on some like global climate change shit, I'll cut that nigga straight off.
I'll unfollow that nigga.
I'll delete his music and block him. Chief Keef.
You block him?
Of course.
Oh, shit.
No, let's be honest though.
Hey, I'm being honest. I would unfollow that nigga.
Listen, I'm not saying the artist can't change,
Right.
but let's be very clear of why you're in the position you are.
Right, yeah.
You're not a super lyricist.
Yeah.
You're not the guy who are making songs that are connecting with other people, like maybe even Post Malone. You're making that ratchet shit that really the hood likes.
Yeah.
Again, I will never say being educated or being on your business is whack. That's your personal life.
Right.
Niggas don't want that. We want to see the 12 car garage with 17 cars. We don't want to see the fucking the Bitcoin portfolio. The fuck? Nigga, you rapped about having a 12 car garage? What's up? Let's see it. You rapped about this? Let's see it. You rapped about a new chain, a little knife?
Right.
Let's see it.
Right.
In all
There you go.
honesty, rappers have promoted their music with the bullshit. Don't tell me you're woke and then act like you've changed.
Right.
I'm not doing it.
Can I ask you for just a fuckery update with regards to Tekashi? I mean, I know we're veering off, but anything new we should know about? I'm watching his wave, you know.
I mean, there's update after update. I don't know what he's up to now. Like he's just, it's shit after shit.
I thought you guys just went shopping together or something, no?
We didn't go shopping together.
Something with sneakers?
Yeah, you know what I mean. We did a little own ghetto sneaker shopping. But
The hate and miss is nothing. I'm just
no. But he been shooting his video. He got taken to the police station. Yo, it never stops with this guy. It never stops. There's not like an off button. So like, there's probably 30 things that happened last night that I'll figure out after the show.
Okay.
So you know what I mean.
I just wanted a monkey shit update on Tekashi. You know.
Yeah, and for everybody, listen, for everybody who do inquire. Because I do see a lot of you really washed up niggas, like, I have a lot of comments to say. When me and Tekashi are around each other, it's controlled environments. So all that other shit y'all are talking about, there's no fucking plan to do nothing, okay? So anyway, that's that.
All right, so just quick mention, the Ray Sherman triple album is coming. We got 3 new singles, one from Slim Jimmy, Sway Lee, and then The Joint. But I'm gonna give you guys some more time to listen to this. Just hold your thoughts. Let's just get to this on Monday, Akademiks. I know you haven't really listened to these enough.
No, but y'all came in this week and clearly Slim Jimmy and Sway Lee must have fed y'all too many fucking mimosas at their listening party. Because they came in and said, Akademiks, you about to eat your words.
Yo.
So I'm about to listen to these
You
joints.
heard some joints on that album.
I'm gonna be off the Henny. I'm gonna be listening to these joints.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sit with them for the whole weekend. And again, I never said this album was gonna be whack. I just said I didn't want to hear that long shit. Like, the fuck, man.
30 songs, you said.
30 songs, that's too much.
Okay.
We will see, but Sway Lee, man, he's been parading on Instagram with his monkey and playing music a lot. So we'll see what it is.
All right, so Monday. Guys, have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday on Everyday Struggle.